for you brand new people on the call, I'm going to start at the end, I guess. I want to introduce you to, Oliabo, new standard of health. And this is our core key product right here, PRIMA, in a great convenient pack. You can see that pillow pack. Let me get one out. I got two out. One a day, as Ray says. I like two a day. Very convenient. And I'm going to fill you in why you want to be doing that. And for two reasons. The two reasons that Ray talks about what people want for their health. One in life is one, shortcut to better health. Two, shortcut to fixing their money problems. And how about I let Joe Morton, younger brother of Gordon, one of the co-founders, Chief Operating Officer of Oliabo, share with you something he just put out the other day. And it ties having better health, but, changing your financial standing. Entrepreneurship.
I'm a health guy at heart. That's why we pursued the science and research behind every formulation. It's not just about longevity. It's not just about lifespan. It's about health span. Our proprietary products exist because we refuse to compromise on quality. When you combine elite wellness with entrepreneurial opportunity, you create something very rare.
That's right. People have been looking for a long time to find something great. How about we take you on a little bit of a journey and introduce you to the company and where it is? A new standard. Gordon talks about raising the bar in the industry. Well, one reason to how we've raised the bar is make it really simple, just like I'm doing here, for you guys to share the Oliabo story, the greatest health story that's not yet been told.
Long before wellness became an industry, there was a tree. A tree that learned how to survive. Heat, wind, drought, time. One that never chased attention, only light. The olive tree. For more than 6,000 years, it has stood at the center of human life. Food, medicine, symbol, inheritance. Groves planted not for a season, but for a future. Care passed from one generation to the next. Inside every harvest is more than oil. Chemistry, shaped by sun and stress. Polyphenols created to protect the tree, and remarkably, to protect us. That's why olive cuttings crossed continents, why kitchens became pharmacies, why something ancient still matters. The olive tree doesn't promise urgency, it promises endurance. Not quick fixes, daily rituals. Small acts, repeated, long enough to matter. At Oliabo, we didn't invent this wisdom. We listened for it and shaped it for modern life. What if daily support didn't require more time? Only better design. Not another bottle, not another routine. Just one small moment already prepared. The olive fruit carries nourishment, the leaf, protection. Two parts of the same story, rarely brought together. Inside the fruit are compounds shaped by ripening and pressure. Inside the leaf, molecules designed to defend the tree. Different roles, complementary strengths. So we asked a better question. What if they worked together? Through a proprietary process designed to preserve delicate phytonutrients, we capture what matters most from both the fruit and the leaf. Not more ingredients, better ones. Working together. For thousands of years, the olive protected itself. Now it can protect us. The result? Olivectin. A proprietary blend shaped by science and respect for the source, captured in a single PRIMA packet. Measured, protected, ready when you are. Wellness doesn't happen in theory. It happens daily. Ancient biology, modern delivery, one simple ritual with intention. Oliabo sets the olive standard in wellness. It's our focus and our passion. The olive tree, distilled for everyday life and still growing. And this is only the beginning.
Yeah, I just wrote something down. Groves. I always hear something new. Well, I've heard it 100 times, but it made me think of something different. Groves, Gordon explained, planted not for a season, but for the future. These groves planted 100 years ago, 500 years, 1,000 years ago. So, but Oliabo, think about this. The new health standard, I think, raising the bar, the new standard in our profession, direct sales, network marketing. Oliabo, plant this for your pleasurable, your enjoyment, your healthy future, but also don't forget, let's not forget about an abundant financial future. And we can do that with this and our business that we have. We got the greatest health story. It's never been told. A plant, we perfected it. The olive, ancient wisdom, modern science, trees that are 1,000 years old that still produce fruit. That means those trees, be it whether it's the root, be it whether it's the leaves, be it whether it's the trunk, all those parts of the tree, the whole tree has adopted and created abundant longevity, abundant anti-aging. And what we do, we're able to be a company first to the market to bring you alurapine. That's a phytonutrient to give the tree protection, longevity, and anti-aging. And verbascicide, same thing, anti-aging, longevity in the fruit itself, the olive fruit, and combine it in one capsule olivectin, which I had here for you. I put it away, and you get to take it. It's one of our core products, that little white one right there in the capsule. We have 3 products right here in this pack, this daily pack. And we're the only ones that have bought it to you, the whole tree in one capsule. And then what we do, for the core product, we added 2 more big green capsules, chocolate block full of oleocanthal. What's oleocanthal? The #1 anti-inflammatory known to man, a polyphenol that we need. Why would we want anti-inflammatory? Because everything that goes wrong with our health, the key core, I think beginning, I suppose, would be the word. I'm looking for a better word. To what goes wrong is inflammation. So anti-inflammatory, oleocanthal. You find it in chocolate block full in those 2 green large capsules. Olivectin, the middle product, and then Rosa, a third product, very powerful antioxidant, grapeseed extract, comes from red wine, and lycopene from good tomatoes. Take all these in combination, opens up the pathway. That's your longevity. That's your anti-aging. That's what we want to better health. And then we add to it a little bit of kind of marketing. Flex. Where'd I put my bottle? There it was. It was rattling around. I was using this last night. Yesterday, I don't know how I did it in the afternoon. Well, I was doing some sport yesterday afternoon, but I really did a number on my foot and was giving me a heck of a time last night. So besides giving Lucille her daily dose of high doses of squalane, mangosteen, pericarp, olivectin, remember that blend, in a pump, 50. There are 50 servings in this pump. I had that rubbed on my foot at the same time to try and help so I could get some better sleep. What is this? It's this core product, PRIMA, but it's done in a topical form to give you instant relief. 15 to 20 minutes after putting it on. Take a good 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes to massage it in. The more you massage it, the hotter you get it, the deeper it goes, and you're going to find relief. Not relief for an hour, relief for the day. That's marketing. That's a great innovation for us. And then we go one step further for you. Why? Because there's pretty well the biggest, pardon me, got a hole in my lip, the biggest market in the world, cosmetics, anti-aging. We all want to look younger. VISO LUXE anti-aging serum. Ashley, right here, our certified organic skincare formulator, good, also graphics marketing vice president. But look, here's the best testimony. Ashley looks like she's 20 odd years of age. She's in her 40s, folks. She's been utilized. She developed a product based on all these ingredients for herself, for her own company. And now, because of her relationship with the owner for 18, going on 19 years, she formulated VISO LUXE for us, for you to use. I see a gal came in late. I'm going to call her out, Trish, and you know what? She's a great testimony for this too. So look, think about that. What do we got? We got a new standard, the olive standard. We brought ancient wisdom to you. And then everybody asked us about olive oil. So we created some olive oil for you a couple months in. And then Gordon talks about perfecting it, making it even better. So what just got released? Select. From one region, the Puglia region, that's in the boot of Italy, one region and one special type of olive fruit itself, one brand of olive. And what has happened? Never been outside of Italy. We're the only company worldwide that's able to bring you 2 grades of this. What's a grade on the left? That'd be your culinary grade. That'd be the grade to use, put on your food, cook with. Best not to try and cook with too much olive oil. You lose your polyphenols, phytonutrients, you heat it up. But what's this on the right? Let's help John get back in. Well, this is what the Romans had on the left, but this is what the Romans wish they had on the right. What's it called? Grand Select. And the whole idea of this, same strain, same, just let me mute you all there. Same perfected region. However, it's using sound, ultrasonic sound to release the polyphenols and the phytonutrients. This I would call more like a medicinal to have in your kitchen, to do what I do. Use a spoon, have a shot of it, whatever. You may not like it because very strong taste for your food, but great for your health. So what are we doing? Gordon and Joe mention all the time, up in the ante, raising the bar for you to have better products. And that's what we've brought to you. What's their brand? From branch to bottle. And we've added it to you. So just a real quick for you brand new people, why'd we add this? Well, we got the core. Look, here you got it. This is how you get it every day. And you get the best you could possibly have from the whole olive tree. And then our Flex for our bodies, for when the aches and pains, and our VISO LUXE for looking younger. You know, Ray and I, we do pretty good for our age when you look at us. But then we added an incredible, we're the only people out there. Nobody's ever had this outside of Italy. From the Coronata variety of olives, go look them up. And we have a great culinary selection for you. And then we have a great medicinal, I call it medicinal, ultrasonic extraction, same Caratina variety of olives, picked early, 3 months early. It's called Early Harvest, brought to you. And all because it began with Gordon and Joe's mom, Gabriella, immigrating from Italy, from Treviso. That's a blue zone. What are blue zones? Where people live on average 100 plus years, but healthy, vibrantly healthy, enjoying life. That's what this call's about. That's why we're part of this. We want to take our products to enjoy our own life better, longer, but then also help others. And by doing that, you can also enhance your financial standing. So Gabriella moved to Canada, Northern Canada, met a man, Mr. Morton, married him, started a family, and she was adamant that she'd bring that old culture of hundreds of years. And what's this? High phenolic extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil that's picked 3 months early. Let's admit some more people coming in late. Doesn't taste that great, but it's incredible for your health. You see, they've known about it for thousands of years. And we asked Joe about it, the younger brother, why. Joe and Gordon had great success. 15-year run, Ray's on the call, great success. Many on this call had great success with a company, with a fruit that came out of Thailand. I was living in Thailand 15 years, very familiar with that fruit. And that company was $1 billion company. So why would they, after 10 years of having retirement, want to do it again? Well, let Joe explain.
I had some ideas on some potential ingredients that floating around in my brain. And Gord's like, hold that thought, little brother. Come and talk to me. I have this idea. When he started to tell me this about the first press and that experience of the first press, I realized, whoa, there's more to olives. And the vast majority of people don't know the power of olives, olive oil, olive leaf, the extracts that come from them. Powerful. There's a reason why this is the greatest health story, the oldest and greatest health story that's never been told.
Oldest and greatest health story never been told. That's a fact. I tell you why. The power of the olive. I had no idea. Who did not have an idea? I thought about that right when home. How's the average mom and dad going to speak about olives and the olive tree until he took it, right? Until you looked up what was in the ingredients: oleocanthal, alurapine, babascicide, hydroxytyrosol, squalane. That's what Ray did. Ray said, Mal, go look up these 5 words. Go put them into Google search, ChatGTP, whatever you use. Calling back and went, I want that. I want that inside me. Couldn't believe that came just from the olive. Thought to myself, just a funny thing right here. Never liked martinis, maybe. Should have started them when I was younger. Well, here, let Gordon explain. He's very succinct in what his vision is. It's to bring you the best, but to do it the easiest way. There's 26 of these now, Oliabo effects, just a little bit. I kind of highlight. Our company helps you tell the story.
Ever notice how some people just age differently? It's not genetics alone. It's daily habits. Calm systems, less inflammation, better recovery. The Oliabo effect isn't about chasing youth. It's about protecting vitality.
That's the key. Better life. Raise the standard of your life. And we do it with this brand, Oliabo, the olive standard. Bring it to core product, PRIMA. Never going to get away from that. That's what changes people's lives for them. That's why we get these fabulous testimonies from. And then Flex, that's a great way. Margie on this call, she helps a lot of people get started with Oliabo and her business, changing her future by sharing Flex because of the instant relief that people get. And then, Trish, look at her. She's doing a great job using VISO LUXE. I love my VISO LUXE. You guys on the evening calls, you see me. It always reminds me, put it on. I do it while I'm on the call. Keep me younger, covers up all those old lifestyles I've got and I'm paying for. So you say, look, you're a brand new person. Look, think about this for you people. You know how it is when you introduce somebody, the thing is that one of those things or whatever. We're a different kind of company. We're a consumer company. We're a customer company. So with any of the links that you give them, any of the Oliabo effects, any of the videos, any of the studio, we have a fabulous app to share things. Any of those things, the ultimate pathway is they're going to end up here. They end up here with the product. They're either going to be on that specific product or on the general page, and they say, Andiamo, like we say in Italian, let's go, because we're in this together. I'm going to get myself some. So they say, look, I looked up. I thought, yeah, I want some PRIMA. I need to add that. $110. It's $3 a day. I'll do that for my little more than $3 a day. I'll do that for my health. And VISO LUXE, gee, Willikers, $27 to look younger. Absolutely look younger in a short period of time. And Flex, fix those aches and pains and what's going on. I'll do that. $1.50 a day. And then, we can get our premium Evo while those stocks last, but we can also select our new Select, extra virgin, buy it in a pack, get the Grand Select, buy it in a pack. There's also some other packs we can get. If I was introducing someone, I'd talk to them about this, all of it. It's a great bundle. They get one of everything. You can't go out and talk to people unless you tried it. They're going to ask you what this do for you, what that do for you. One of the best ways to show them is just be you. Check it out. Look what I'm able to do. Look how flexible I am. Look how young my face is. Look at all the things that are happening to me. Some people have bigger families. Some people want a reason to get more. Well, look, I remember I talked to you. I forgot I added this, folks. So I'll backtrack a bit. I think this is a great bundle. And this is a really good way to have change your financial future. If you think about this when I share about the business for you, get people started the right way. So look, they check out. They say, yeah, that's great, Mel. I think this is really good. So they choose that. They click on it, get it, and check out. And what happens? They're just on a straight shopping page. I had a mate of mine. He's an old NHL hockey player. He just reached out. He was from Alberta. He's living in Florida. And he was asking me about Amazon and stuff. And when he thought what I'd sent him, I went, no, Luke. That's his nickname. His real first name is Morris. I went, Morris, this is the network marketing. Sure doesn't look like it. I was just on the phone with this one. And when I know we're more customer based, you might be someone that says, I don't need the bundle. I'll just get some flex on its own because I've got a few problems. And PRIMA, I want to change from the inside out, fix everything. And VISO LUXE, who doesn't want to look younger? So you do that. You click checkout. It's the exact same thing. Shows you what you got. You put in your address to get it shipped to you. Put in your card payment, and you're done. You go complete. And this is what happens. You're on your own shopping site. You have a shopping portal for free, and you realize you're just a customer. Isn't that refreshing? There's no, you're going to get rich. None of that nonsense with us. You can be confident in sharing this with your friends, that they feel like you are really looking after their wellness and their health to get a shorter cut to better health and try and solve some of those problems that they suffer. But they may choose to become a rep. And when they do, they have access to a full site. And it's called Studio. And this is put together pretty well by our president, Curtis Foreman, one of the best affiliate marketers there is. And this allows you to build a business utilizing either your smartphone here, what it's built for, or your desktop, just like I'm on your desktop. And you've got all the things that you could possibly need to go out and share a business. And guess what happens when you share it? That's when, like I said, let's not forget about our financial future. Make it abundant. It's easy if it's done simply. And simplest one I've seen, 30 odd plus years, PREMIO PAY. Now, I'm not going to go through a lot with this, but I want for you new people, it's this simple. Teach 3 to build 3. And as I share this with you, there's no breakage to the company. There are some titles, but they're just for recognition and to keep track of where you're at, because there's no having to have an emerald become a ruby and a ruby become a sapphire and a sapphire become a diamond. There's none of that. It's just pure volume. What's that? Numbers of orders. And our orders, $1 is a point, pretty well on 90% of the orders that you have. That's refreshing. So let's have how could you get your product for free? Well, let's not say for free. How could you cover the cost of your product? Go out and share it with 4 people. Why do I say that? Well, look, we have what's called sprint. When you introduce someone, their first order, we pay you a sprint. And that's 25%. That's simple math, right? 4 people, 25%. You covered your products. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Start with Olivet bundle. Help 4 people get started. You've covered the cost of your product. As that's paid weekly. That's on every new person you introduce. So, with a single order, PRIMA, $25. If they go out and share with someone, you get paid 2 levels deep, $10. That's good. There's one requirement, 200 points to get those 2 levels. Well, that's simple. All of it's 215 points, 2 PRIMAs, 220 points. Couple of products to easily get there. Look what happens. The money gets a little bigger. This will help you solve some of those problems. Weekly pay, chip away at some of those small debts you got. But then it becomes, here's where we get into our residual. This is where you get your lifestyle. This is where you can start to dream. We just did a call the other day in Australia, and then was it Sunday night? If I remember, maybe it was on Wednesday night about dreaming. But you begin here and you become this where you first shoot for a kappa, because you want to get to the 3rd level. Notice how, look, our monthly residual stays the same. Look at that. 5%, that's $5. It's a pretty simple pay plan, right? $5, $5, $10. It doubles there. I want to get to there. Well, big windstorm just came, blew the front door shut. Kappa. How do you get to the 3rd level? Go out, have an order yourself, minimum order of 100 points. I have 3 people on the same, just 3. Remember, get 3, build 3, teach 3. And have those people, you need a maximum. You can have more. A minimum of 10 orders, 10 single orders. That's 1,000 points. Well, if you had 3 and we do that, get 3 who get 3, there's 9 and 3 is 12 and your 13th order, you got 1,300 points. You're all the way there. And you want to move to the next level to get further down. Well, that's pretty simple. Just 50 minimum orders in your team. Next level, 7 levels down. Now you got 1,000 plus people in your team. You got a monthly income, looking after most of your expenses. You got full time. Well, Venti, but we want to get you here. And that's the goal, to shoot for this. Now, people, is that the top of the pay plan? Yep. So most people tune out. They go, I'd never get to the top of the pay plan. That's a dream. There's only a handful of people who show up every convention with that. Not here. Have a look. It's this simple. 3 who get 3. Doesn't have to be perfect like that. And just teach them to get 3 and teach the next level to get 3, and away it goes. And how do you get there? Well, 500 single orders. So if you had your team on all of it, that would be 250 members. Pretty simple when you got a product as good as ours. You're getting paid all 8 levels deep, but I'll just give you a hint. Once you're here, well, you go 8 levels, I can have somebody that takes off down deep. Well, it doesn't matter, because our company allows you to count all the volume, no matter how deep it gets in your team, for those qualifications. That's nice. And then we do something nobody else ever has done. Remember these legs? 1, 2, 3, and you need 5 at the end of it. And you say to yourself, well, sometimes I'm trying to match up all these points and all of that. Well, we have something called sideways compression. And that's going to come into effect in a handful of days here at the end of the month. And it'll take all your customers, because this is a customer-based business. You're going to have a lot of customers. You know, customers pay 25% every single order. That's nice. And you're going to have a lot of new people starting, and they'll be maybe in your holding tank, maybe not. That's right. We got a holding tank. 60 days, a brand new person can stay there. You don't have to move them, but if you do, you pick them up and their whole team and place them where you want. But it'll take all of those orders, all the other teams you're starting, all the people you're developing, all your affiliates, everybody coming in from using your studio. Studio's like your version of Oliabo's version of help, AI help, if you want to call it that. And it'll take all those points, not move anybody. It'll just move them like there and stack them in a straight line to make sure you qualify. Why? Because they want you to get this. They want you to be able to reach Venti. They want you to be able to reach Premio. And besides having a great income at those levels, now you get to participate every 90 days in 5% of the total volume, not the leftover volume that other companies have, the total volume of all the products sold by all the teams around this world. And that's given out, big fat check every 90 days. There's also other incentives. And there's a bunch of you. You got to, well, we got just a handful, got a handful of days left, 6 days, no, 7 days for you guys, to get yourself to where? Italy. It was nice to have a team member call the other day, well, a bit more than a day, a week ago now, saying she just booked her ticket and a ticket for a friend. There's 2 of them qualified to go. Reward trips. And that's what this is about. Change people's health, give them a chance with a product that really actually works. It does an overall job. There's great companies out there, but you know what? Usually target one thing, one ingredient, one thing on your body. Wouldn't it be better to have everything looked after and then have something that's easy for people to build to change their financial future? So get back to the person that brought you here to this call.